This is the story of how a wicked evil spirit became terrified of the night. It was a beautiful day in Gaza, in the land of Goliath's fathers. Life was good. The idol Dagon sat in his regalia. All was well. Life was good. His warriors had gone to war. They had defeated the sons of Israel. All was well. Life was good. They had captured the Ark of the Covenant. All was well. Life was good. He had watched the mighty angel Michael commanded to stand down because of the sins and iniquities of Israel. All was well. Life was good. The sons of the evil spirit Dagon had brought the Ark of Yahweh into the temple of Dagon. That was when life stopped being good. When the doors of the temple were opened the first time, and the disciples of Dagon brought the ark in, Dagon stood up in terror. He looked to the left, he looked to the right. He said, "No, no, please." You see, he was terrified because he understood what his disciples could not see. He knew nightfall was coming, and the night was a good time for the holy angels of Yahweh to go on a hunt. A whipping was coming for Dagon in the night, and there will be no joy for him in the morning. See, as the night drew near, Dagon stood in stark terror and fear before the Holy One who dwelt between the cherubim. It was one thing to be in the holy presence of God by permission. It was another thing to be in the holy presence without permission. From long ago, the protocol was simple. The fallen angels, they could come before God by permission. But now, the presence of God had been brought into the temple of Dagon, and Dagon stood alone in the night in terror, alone in the dark, without permission, before the presence of Yahweh. That is when Dagon heard the sound. It was a gentle, soft landing. You see, Dagon knew that sound well. He had heard that sound many times before, and he looked into the hard, unyielding eyes of Gabriel. But Gabriel did not say a word, and quickly, Dagon assumed the position. He said, "Listen, Gabriel, let's be civil here. I'm already on the ground. I didn't bring the ark in here. I didn't want to be in the same room with the Holy One. Gabriel, we have an understanding. We used to be brothers, remember? We used to be friends, please." And Gabriel looked hard at him, and Gabriel said, "You must not stand before the ark of the Holy One." And without a word, Gabriel was gone. In the morning, the sons of Dagon came and saw Dagon on the ground, and they tried to stand the idol up. And Dagon said, "No, take the presence, take the ark away. I don't want to be here." And they stood Dagon up, and again in the night, Dagon was locked alone in a room with Yahweh, without permission and with no authorization to be standing up. This time, he heard a different footfall. Even before the whiff of the wind was done, Dagon heard the sounds of slashing swords everywhere, and his head flew to one side, his arm to another side, and everywhere the limbs of Dagon were scattered. And what was happening in the realms of the spirit was happening here on the earth. And he looked up at the hard eyes of Michael. Without a word, Michael, with sword slashing and blazing, was gone. When the morning came, the sons of Dagon came and saw their evil idol on the ground, and they said to themselves, "Maybe it is not wise to have the holy ark of Yahweh in the same room with our idol Dagon." And arrangements were made to take the ark out of the temple. What do we learn? One thing is clear. God will not allow lousy spirits, rebellious spirits, to come before his presence without permission. And I tell you, anywhere you see the evil spirit Dagon, till this day, he walks around with a certain kind of limp, and he whispers when he speaks about that terrible night when he, an evil idol, was terrified of the night.